Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And for those of you who are new, my name is Joshua. And today marks my 20-month hair growth check-in. So for those of you who are new to my hair growth journey, I started all of this with my last official short haircut on July 15th of 2019. I had a one clipper on the sides with a fade going up into about an inch to an inch and a half of hair on the top. But before I get into how I'm getting on with my hair at 20 months, I wanted to mention that this past weekend, I had the privilege of being a guest panelist on Alex Orlando's webinar for guys with long hair. It had a great panel of speakers, including Alex Orlando, Thomas in Action, some moderators from the Man Buns and Mains Facebook page, and then myself. This webinar covered a lot of great topics for men with long hair, and there were some great questions from the attendees as well. If you're at all interested in watching that, the link will be provided up here in the cards. Now back to the hair growth check-in. So for those of you who have been wondering, I did measure my hair this time around. So if you've been following my hair growth journey at all, you'll know that I basically threw measuring my hair out the window after hitting 1 year. And that's because I had a trim and then multiple trims since then. So I feel like trims aren't really necessary or valid anymore when it comes to just pure overall natural growth without touching your hair at all. The trims have obviously taken length off of my hair. So if you're watching this thinking, I'm gonna grow my hair out for God knows how long without getting a haircut, and I'm wondering where I will be at 20 months, this next part might not be for you. But to be honest, my hair growth at this point was roughly 12 to 12 and a half inches. I pulled 3 separate strands of hair from my head to measure, put them on a piece of paper, realized immediately that they were actually too long for the paper, which was weird because the last time I measured, they were way too short for like a piece of standard letter paper. So that was kind of cool. But the one thing to note about those measurements, when my stylist cut my hair last time, she said that my hair does have natural layers because of the fact that having a fade, obviously your hair is going to start shorter down here and then it gets longer as it gets up in the fade. So as it grows out, the hairs are going to be shorter, slightly getting longer as it goes up. So that fade did make my measurements inconsistent. But we'll say 12 to 12 and a half inches on average for my hair at the 20-month mark. And so the last thing I want to address really quick in this video is what I've been doing to style and care for my hair at this point in my hair growth journey. As you can see from the last time I did an update, my hair looks different. I went back and got more blonde in my hair. I wanted to retry the blonde that I had gotten at the 1 year mark. I didn't really like it then, like I did, but my hair was just still too short. So like the plan I had envisioned, or kind of like the overall goal I had, didn't really work at the 12-month mark. So that was more of the reason I was kind of dissatisfied with the color. It wasn't that the color was bad. It was more just what I envisioned wasn't really there yet. Now that my hair is longer, I wanted to try it again because this is really where I wanted my hair to be when dyeing it like this. And I've gotten a lot of questions asking how I've either highlighted my hair or gotten it dyed like this. So to put it simple, I literally just Googled men's long blonde hair or men's highlights, or like this is technically called like a balayage / ombre. So I would just type in like men's blonde and then whatever you're kind of looking for. So highlights or a balayage or an ombre. And then I would look through and see pictures that I liked of men's styles. So for highlights or anything like that with hair. And then I would just DM them on Instagram to my stylist and say, hey, I want to try this the next time. So then when I went to go get a trim, we would also look at coloring my hair. So she would just look at the photo and then try and replicate it to the best of her ability with 1, the length of my hair, and then 2, just the color of my hair. Because not every photo, obviously I had the same length as the photo I was showing her. And then 2, my natural hair color may be darker or lighter than whoever I was referencing. All right, next thing for hair care is purple shampoo, purple toner, whatever you want. One thing to note about having blonde hair that if you've never had blonde hair will come kind of as a surprise is that this blonde doesn't actually stay. So as your hair goes on, or as your hair gets on with the dye or the lift or the lightening, it will actually start to get like an orange brassy hue. So it'll start to not look so blonde anymore and a lot more orange. I don't think I have any of that right now, but that's because I've been using this. So I have the Sunbum Tone Enhancer. So purple is a direct contrast to yellow. So if you apply purple to your hair, whether it be a shampoo, a conditioner, or this leave-in conditioner, which is like a tone enhancer, the purple will actually help pull some of that brassiness and that orange out of your hair. It'll help your highlights or your blonde actually last longer and look more like new or refreshed for a longer period of time. And like I said, it'll just help your hair overall look better. That's another question I've been getting a lot lately is what products do I use to help with the blonde? So this is basically it. I haven't been using a purple shampoo or anything like that. I have in the past, but I kind of like this more because it's kind of a two-in-one. So you put it in like a leave-in conditioner, you leave it. It helps, like I said, pull some of that brassiness out, and you don't have to deal with purple shampoos where you can get like purple tints on your hand because usually really strong, and so you'll have like this weird purple hue on your hand all the time. And then two, usually when you're using like a purple shampoo or a conditioner, you have to actually like let it sit in your hair for a few minutes. And so there's not always time for that. This obviously sits in your hair the whole time you have it in. So it kind of, like I said, serves two purposes. Makes the job a lot easier having blonde hair. But if you didn't know, get you some purple. And last but not least, what have I been doing to style my hair? I've gone back to the good old sea salt spray. So I kind of actually put this stuff away after I hit 1 year of hair growth. And that was partly because I felt like it was making my hair more tangled, and I didn't like it because I was so close to putting all of my hair up. It made it really difficult to put my hair up in a bun. And I felt like this was a huge culprit of that because my hair was, like I said, already difficult to pull all the way up. There was pieces that would always fall out. And so then when you add in something like a sea salt spray that like texturizes your hair and makes it kind of gritty and does give it this kind of like crunch that I've got going on right now and the wave, and then you try and pull back hair that already really doesn't make it into a bun, it adds to the frustration, especially when you're like that close to having the bun and you've been waiting so long. So I kind of ditched this stuff for a few months, but recently I was on holiday to somewhere warm with a beach, and I was in the ocean, and then my hair looked really badass afterwards, and I thought, man, I need to like put this back in my regimen because now that the hair is longer, the sea salt spray or sea salt in your hair and the texture and kind of the grittiness doesn't really affect pulling it up anymore because it's long enough that that doesn't really matter. And so I've been throwing this back in. I've done a video on this about like doing beachy wavy hair, but my hair was super short then. So I'll probably do an updated video of how I style my hair to get this. But plain and simple, while it's still a little damp or even dry, I'll just take it and I'll be pretty generous with it. I'll spray it all over and then I'll just take it and crunch it. And then another technique that I've been talking about for quite a while to help add wave and like crunch to your hair is I'll take a hair tie and I'll actually tie my hair up while it is still a little damp. And that helps just kind of add some more like crunch and wave and curl and some texture to it without having to like do anything crazy, like using a curling iron or anything like that. It's a quick, easy way to, one, get your hair out of your face, and two, when you do actually take the hair tie out, have a pretty cool, more lived-in beachy hairstyle. So if that's something you're going for, like I said, I'll probably do an updated video soon, but just get some sea salt spray and go crazy. And that is it for my 20-month hair growth check-in. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please don't forget to hit that like button and leave a comment letting me know where you're at in your hair growth journey. And as always, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can get updates on when I'm uploading my next video. Thanks for watching.